Hi and welcome back to my channel. I look exactly the same as my last video because I am in the same exact spot and I'm trying to film multiple videos while things are on my mind. So hopefully this is helpful. This video is about how to manage your stress. It is not an easy task. So I don't want you to feel like this video is going to change your life forever and it's all going to go away overnight. It's not easy. It's something that you have to work towards and be consistent. But I'm going to give you some tips that are hopefully helpful and we're going to do our best today. Okay, so what do you do if you're feeling stressed? The first thing you do is you notice the signs that you are feeling stressed. And that might seem like you don't need to say it, but you do need to say it, because what happens is sometimes we're feeling a little stressed and we're like, it's fine, I'm just gonna push through. And we allow the stress to build up until one day it's not fine anymore. And we're not managing it well. And it is a problem. And once it gets to that point, it's a lot harder to bring it back down and make it manageable. So the best thing that you can do is when you're noticing my stress is going up, is to pay attention to that signal and do something about it, because you don't want to get to your breaking point. You don't want to get to the point where you're like, I'm about ready to snap at anything that happens, because now we're far into it and it's a lot harder to pull ourselves back. So the first thing I want you to do is notice it. Now, if you're already in it, you might be like, oh yeah, that's great advice, but I'm already in it. Okay, disregard it. If you're already in it, you're already at the breaking point, I hear you. But if you're somebody who's watching this video because you're like, I might be stressed a little bit, or what's going on with me? Pay attention to it. And also for those who are already in it, you're gonna get yourself out of it, and then you're gonna pay attention for the next time, and you're gonna be more aware and use the insight that you have right now. The second thing is you need to take time to relax. And some people get frustrated with that because they're like, if I'm already stressed and I'm overwhelmed and I have a lot to do, where do you think I'm going to take time to relax and chill out? I understand that you don't have time for it readily available in your day, but you have to make time for it, because the thing is, when you push, like, well, I just need to get everything done and I'm only going to feel good once I've already got everything done, you're setting yourself up to increase that stress. Because if I know I'm feeling stressed and I still have 10 more things on my to-do list and I'm just plowing through them, my stress levels are gonna go up. My quality of my work is probably gonna go down, because the more stressed I am, the more likely I'm to make mistakes because I'm rushing, or my brain is in a million different places and now I'm not really paying attention to the quality of work. So when you're in that situation, you need to take a step back. I understand you don't have time in your schedule for that, but you need to, because personally, I found that when I take a step back and I take a break, it's much easier for me to come back to work or whatever I'm doing and get it taken care of, because now I feel a little more relaxed and I sit down and I'm like, all right, I got this, I can handle it. Number 3 is anything that has to do with health. So getting active, eating healthy, and having a sleep routine. Although stress, we're talking about mental health stuff, our mental health and our physical health are so intertwined. You can't really address one without the other. So if you are feeling stressed, you're probably making less time for sleep, but you need your sleep. You need to be able to get your sleep. Nobody wants to deal with a grumpy person in the morning that has no sleep and is feeling crappy, so get your sleep. We don't want to deal with a hangry person. Make sure you're eating healthy, because our body feels better and works better when it's being fed nutritious things. So please pay attention to what you're eating, pay attention to when you're going to bed and making time for it, and also staying active. Our body needs to move around. A lot of times with stress, it feels good to be moving around and releasing some of that energy that's pent up. So if you could be active, and I don't mean you have to go to the gym and pump iron all day or whatever people do. I'm talking about when I say take a break, get up and go take a walk. Now, let me tell you, in California right now where I'm living, it's like 109 degrees. I'm not getting up to go take a walk. I'm not, like, if I'm being realistic, I'm not going outside to do it, but I could do something inside. I could do yoga, right? I could put on YouTube, 15-minute stretching routine, 20-minute yoga routine, 10-minute work from home video. And I could do something inside even if I don't want to go outside, because I hate the heat. I'm not going to set myself up with an unrealistic expectation of like, go outside and walk and get in nature. Well, no, I hate the heat, so I'm not going to do that. But there's always something else that you can do. Okay, number 4 is kind of similar to what I've said before, but actually doing things that you enjoy. Because when we feel stressed and overwhelmed, a lot of times the first things that go are the things that we like. And so now I'm just feeling miserable because all I'm doing is working or getting chores done or trying to get my to-do list done. And now I've done nothing that I enjoy. I have nothing to look forward to. And that's just making me an even more miserable person. So with that being said, even though it feels like you don't have time, you want to put something in your schedule that's for you to look forward to, that you enjoy, because you still need to bring pleasure and happiness into your life. Again, you don't have to do it every day. If it's not realistic, I'm not saying go every single day and play pickleball. Go every single day and I don't know what people do. I don't play pickleball, but it doesn't have to be all the time, but at least throw 1 or 2 things into your schedule to look forward to bring happiness in your life. Because if you're feeling stressed, what do you think helps decrease that? Finding pleasure and things that help you slow down so that you don't feel like you're just running all the time. Number 5, talk to friends or family. And it could be about your stress, or it could just be about other things. Like if you need a break where you're saying, I don't want to talk about this anymore and I'm stressed out and I'm tired of thinking about it, go talk to your friend about the Steelers, right? I love the Steelers, and sometimes it's just nice to talk about things that have nothing to do with stress and worry and whatever. Or talk to your friend about the Mets, or talk to your friend about Halloween coming up, and I don't know, whatever, right? Like, just sometimes mindless conversation is good. Not that the Steelers are mindless, because we all know that they're great, but I'm just saying sometimes it's nice to have conversations and connections outside of the rat race that we're in all the time because of work and obligations and responsibilities. And then the last tip, which is what I usually say at the end of most of my videos, is to just seek consultation, talk to a counselor, a therapist, a doctor, because your stress, not to stress you out even more, but sometimes if we let our stress go on for too long and we have chronic stress and we're not addressing it, it can impact us and our physical health. So you want to, if it's at the point where you're concerned about it, or it's starting, like you're always having headaches, or you're always dizzy, or you always have an upset stomach, you're not sleeping at night, you want to talk to somebody because you need to get it addressed, because that in time will build up and it will not only impact your mental health but your physical health, and we want to be on top of it and we want to be healthy people. So please, if you have concerns or this has been going on for a while, talk to somebody. It doesn't hurt to have a consultation, even if the person says, you know what, this is just normal stress, you're fine. I'm the type of person that would rather have a consultation and know I don't have to do anything than to be sitting there wondering, should I talk to somebody about this, or is it normal? And then you're just back and forth and it's all falling on you and you're doing it by yourself. So please look for help if you need help. If you don't feel comfortable going to a professional because maybe you just don't feel ready to go to therapy or things like that, at least talk to a friend or a family member that you trust. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to this. I hope that it was helpful. I know it's just the basics and it's not going to make everything change overnight, but knowing the basics is important. Paying attention to our body and our needs and what it's telling us is important. So please take care of yourself, and then I'll see you in the next video.